We have Trump dropping several different images, said to be AI generated images, on his Truth Social account. One showing him hitting a red button. This is similar to the whole Lego animation put out by Iran, where they hit a red button and then a bomb drops over America.
Shalom, call hello, Yahweh Shemiah, Shabbat, Shabbat, Akwadash, double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops, the great millstone, even the elders that came before them, that taught us this truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers that push the word in truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. The elder Yahshua, I'm back with a quick lesson. These enchantments. Let's get that real quick and we'll let some of that play. Gonna keep it real quick. This was yesterday, Dabu put this out, but this is enchantment at its highest. Stand now with thine. Stand now with thy what? Sorcery. Stand now to witchcraft. That's what this is. Magic. Isaiah 47:12. Stand now with thine enchantment. This is an enchantment. With the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth, if so be thou wilt be able to profit. If so be thou mayest prevail or inspire terror, make someone afraid of you. What are you doing? Perhaps you will cause terror. What do you see here? These guys are working with me, trying to inspire terror. I'm going to drop a nuke. They're on my side. The angels are on my... No, they're not. Here's what they look like. They're on my side. No, they don't look like that. They're not so-called white. They got a fro and they look like me. All right. This is an enchantment meant to scare you. Do what? Inspire terror. Perhaps you will succeed. Perhaps you will cause terror. What? This magic spell. They look like this. Now use your magical charms. Stand fast in your enchantments and your many sorceries. Okay. What do you mean? Which you have labored at from your youth. How long have they been working on this? Okay. Well, I'll tell you where the whole skinny bodies and all of that shit comes from. They gave him some muscles on this one. But this and all of that, this goes back to Mangala. They've been working on it for a while. And when you go all the way back, right, they've been planning to fake an alien invasion going back before, it had to be before World War One, World War Two, and all of that. So the 1800s, okay? If the Nazis were working on it in World War II, what were they working on in World War One? Right? To have gotten to where they got when paperclip came about, right? What was going on those years prior? Let's say 20 years prior. Same programs, just wound up over here. What was the program? This. Okay. This. What is he doing? Oh, I got lasers and I can rain fire down from heaven. Who is he trying to be? I'm working with the angels. Wicked angels. You might have a little firepower that was given to you. All right. But what is this? This is all, what does this dude do? He got the bully pulpit, which is his truth social, right? And everybody's watching him. What are they watching? 2nd Ezra 9:3. There will be earthquakes. What earthquakes? The ones where they're testing those nuclear weapons. That's easy. We showed that yesterday. All right. National rebellions, international intrigues, unstable leaders, and confused rulers. When you see these things happening, you will know they were what God Most High has spoken about since the beginning of creation anyway. Where's this guy, Stephen Benoon? Let me get this real quick. What did Stephen say? As early as yesterday. Let me see if I can get Benoon here. Where's Benoon? Let's consider what this old codger says from the top. Did they might have shut this dude down because they got something about
50 missile cities. Different ones have different. Good morning, friends. Stephen Benoon here. It's the 17th of 2026. We're in the month of May, of course. And earthquakes in Iran, 4.3, 2 miles from the Dunband, Tehran province of Iran, just outside of Tehran. There were actually 2 earthquakes back to back. And what's really interesting is that when I got the message here, I got it from Pedram, very man that you got to hear on the interview the other day. Pedram, I've known him for many, many years, and he has agreed to start coming on a little bit more, and so that you guys can see that the information does come from a real person as well. But at any rate, there, what was really interesting is when this all got started about these earthquakes, was he was telling me that it is Iran testing nuclear weapons. And that is, of course, it is believed to be. I don't know if he actually knows that for certain, but he said, I heard from an expert in TV about the uranium versions not needing testing. He said making a 60% to bomb grade to 90% is very easy. You need a few centrifuges in a few weeks. He says, by the way, if you remember that missile city we talked about, it was bombed over 50 times. Now he's talking about some of these underground missile cities here. I'll just kind of play some of this so you can see what I'm talking about right here. There are 50 missile cities. Different ones have different types of things underground. They're underneath granite mountains, and he was saying that the U.S. and Israel bombed it uh, over 50 times using bunker busters during the war, and nothing happened to it. They can have centrifuges in it, and this is one of the reasons why I believe that they bombed it so much. He said try to have dropped bunker busters after bunker busters, but to no avail. Some days they have bombed it around the clock. And not only that one, another one in Isfahan and Gahan. And
get the point. Earthquakes in several places, and what unstable and confused leaders. Look at this dude. Are we not at the end? What are we talking about? Lasers, space based weapons. She will weaponize space. She will weaponize space and you will stop the alien invasion. The what? Von Braun was right. Got to be at the end. The last straw, the last option. After Russia is the bad guy, after these Arabs, the terrorists, then what? Then the aliens, the, the outer space threat. So you're getting closer to the truth here. Okay? All right? But this dude is still in complete Wizard of Oz, man behind the curtain mode. Okay? Right? And he's going to play this all the way to the very end. Why do we see this? This is desperation, is it not? Okay? Why? Why do we see these desperate measures? Rev 12. Rev 12 and 12. The devil, he's showing his horns right now. Revelation 12 and 12, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Oh, we pulled out the Project Looking Glass, and we saw that you Negroes are about to rule. So we got to pull out the big guns. Nigga, we been working on these humanoids now in underground bases, getting ready to scare the shit out of you with a dynamic show, right? Strong delusion so that you could believe a lie. And when we scare the shit out of you, there's only one way out, and that's to take that microchip. Got it? This is sheer desperation. What is this? Okay? Who's introducing this? This guy. He's putting this out there. And it's hitting. Wait a minute. The President of the United States is doing what? Why is he doing this? Calling niggas apes on his Truth Social, getting away with it, starting shit, starting race riots and wars. And what is it? What's going on? We got to be at the end. Yeah? 6. What's going on here? 9. Second Ezra 6 and 9, for Esau is the end of the world. What? Got to be at the end. And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. That's why these dudes are coming with everything. We're going to throw it all out there. The thing called, it's called Lovecraft Country. Intro. This is what everything. Here's where we are. Where's it go? Open. Here's where we are. You're going to show it. Oh, they're not going to show it. 11 seconds. Dog. Slovakia. Opening scene.
Central Valley families need leaders.
Now, the scene that I'm about to show goes into what this devil knows is about to happen. And everything is in here. Okay? Going back to what Donald Trump is trying to show on his Truth Social. Right? It goes back to this opening scene. Probably get fair use on this, fair use. War. We got war, we got the churches. We got Negroes. Whipping ass. Negroes whooping ass on the battlefield. Taking down who? Edomites. Notice what's going on. Slowly turning them into color.
This is the story of a boy and his dream. But more than that, it is the story of an American boy in a dream that is truly American.
Truly American, Babylon the Great. Boom. Okay. They know this is coming. They know all of this is coming. They know it's going to be just like this. And they're showing it. Okay, revelation of the method. That's what Trump is doing. He's showing you that they know what is coming. He's got his finger on the button. He knows that that's coming. He's walking with the so-called aliens. He knows that that's coming. There's the tripods. What are the tripods?
Where you going, Black Boy?
Black Boy, we're the welcoming committee.
You'd better get out of here.
No, Jake.
Go on, it just makes it tough for having you here.
Lasers, chariots, beam me up, war, robots.
The year 1928. The time spring. If you were a young man, your thoughts were undoubtedly turning to those of love. But if you were a young boy, your thoughts were of one thing: baseball.
I got you, kid.
Now, where were we? Okay, so they know what's coming. All right, go back here. Back to where we were. Sirac 12. You know where I'm going. And 10. Here come the lies. Never trust thine enemy, for like as I am rested, so is his wickedness. Oh, we're going to show you. We're going to open up the vaults. We're going to show you the UFOs. We're going to show you the aliens, and they look like it. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and be aware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped the looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. This dude, okay, setting you up. Jump down to 16. The enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. Okay? He's scheming. We're not unaware of his schemes. We understand exactly what this dude is up to. Okay, so this is enchantment, right? From the highest level. From 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. In order that Satan should not outwit us, for we are not unaware of his schemes. Enchantment from the highest level. Tarot the magician. There's Trump. This is who Trump. This is witchcraft at its highest. Trump. Trump is Jesus. Trump as Jesus comes up as what? Not Jesus. He's the magician. Look at the red, how it goes over the shoulders and the back. Look at the red, how it goes over the shoulders and the back. Look at the red and how it goes over the shoulders and in the back. He's not coming as JC, he's coming as enchantment. Stand now with thine enchantment. Let's stand now. Isaiah. Keep on then with your magic spells. That's what this is. Okay? This is a magic spell. What does a magician do? What does a magician do? He does magic spells. And there he is, doing magic spells. This is magic and witchcraft. All right, and so is this. He's using his Truth Social account to cast spells. He's the magician. Here he is. Not JC. That was a spell. That was a psyop. Got everybody's attention. Right? Sold some oil. What is he really doing? If you can really see, if you have spiritual eyes, you see this. If you're skimming the surface, you saw JC. Oh, he's look at this. Okay. Now he's enchanting the people because they're about to put on a show. All right. We can use strong delusion in this instance. Okay. We can use this. Let's talk about Jake, but 2 Thessalonians 2 and 11. And because of this, the Most High sends them. And for this cause, the Most High shall send them strong delusion. Who's them? Israel, 2/3, that they should believe a lie. Right? And everybody after the 2/3. 2/3, Esau, heathen, nations. Okay? Yeah, you're gonna believe this lie. When all you gotta do is go back and study the angel of death. Okay? Satan and his angels. Who is Satan and his angels? Who is this talking about? Okay? Who is Satan and his angels? 12. Revelation 12 and 7. That's 21. We have 12. Werner von Braun is one of Satan's angels. Okay? Right? Revelation 12 and 7. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon. And the dragon fought and his angels. Okay? Right? Ever heard of the Hell's Angels? Okay. Well, the dragon and his angels, or Satan and his angels, right? The dragon, it's all the dragon. But the dragon is Satan, right? And the devil, right? The great red dragon in the garden. But the point I'm making, right? Anybody that had anything to do, right, with those airplanes being in the sky, like this guy, what's his name, the sports model? Bob Lazar. Bob Lazar is one of Satan's angels. You understand? Bob Lazar was working on reverse engineering. These scientists that are disappearing. This guy, the sleeping prophet, uh, David Wilcock. That's one of Satan's angels. Wilcock was working on reverse engineering, jet propulsion, whatever, working on these things. Satan or the dragon and his angels. What did Werner von Braun do? Werner was working on what? Okay. He was working on German, back in Nazi Germany, they were working on UFOs. Okay. Now, let's go here real quick. Let me explain it like this. The blue, what? Angels. These are Satan's angels. They even have the name angels. Okay. Right? So these are going to be fighting against, right? The chariots of Israel. Okay. Now, does Satan have some chariots that look like the chariots of Israel? Yes. He has those and he has these. So these qualify as this. The dragon and his angels fought back. Okay. Now, so whoever works on these and keeps them in the sky, see, it's a team, right? Somebody got to put gas in them, somebody got to fly it. All of these are Satan's angels right here. The blue angels, they're Satan. So blue angels just don't hop in a plane. No, there's a team that keeps each one of these things in the sky. Somebody designed these things, somebody made them, somebody's making them better, somebody armed them, put weapons on them. All of those people are Satan's angels. They're a team working together. Okay. Werner von Braun, who created, right, the German V2 rocket and all kind of shit coming out of Nazi Germany, right, is one of Satan's angels. Who else is one of Satan's angels? Okay. The angel of death. Who's the angel of death? Well, that's got to be one of Satan's angels. Let's say Germany. Who is the angel of death of Germany? He's got to be one of Satan's angels that we're talking about right now. There he is. See that? Who is this guy? This guy, the angel of death, what's his name? I didn't type in Joseph Mengele. I typed in the angel of death of Germany. And nothing but his picture came up. So who is this guy? This guy created this guy. Got to understand that. One of Satan's angels. These are Satan's angels. Who made him? This guy. Joe. Smoking Joe, the angel of death, one of Satan's angels, created this when he went to Russia, got shipped off, right? Now they're all working together, right? That's probably why this dude went to China, because they're all working together on this. They gotta, you know, they gotta try to pull this off. Okay? When you understand this guy, all right? What's the name of that book that woman wrote? Joe Mangala. I'll switch. Created for Roswell. You have to know this. This is the smoking gun. When you understand that this guy created the aliens for Roswell while he was in Russia, right? Well, where did he learn how to do it? While he was in Nazi Germany working on those so called Jews, he was conducting experiments. They're called Joseph Mengele's children. Joseph Mengele's children, okay, look like this guy, except for these muscles. Take those muscles away. You go to Nazi Germany. You take those striped pajamas off of the so-called Jews. What do they look like? They look like what they call an alien, starved. The alien looks like a so-called starved Jew. Then you put this head on him, this reptile head. Then you have a classic alien. Okay, where did that come from? It came from this guy, Joe Mengele. Joe Mengele created aliens for Roswell. So when I type on this, right? When I type on this, okay, children mutated for Soviet experiment. This is what it is. Okay? Children mutilated for Soviet experiment. Where did it come from? It's not a theory. This is what makes all the sense. Years later, a chilling theory emerged that reframed the entire story into something much darker than UFOs could ever be. Annie Jacobson published a book in 2011 called Area 51. So here it is. Area 51 is about where these things came from. Okay. Area 51 is a book that Annie Leibovitz wrote about what actually happened. And they have to push the truth. Well, where's the truth about the Roswell situation? It has to be out there. Why? Because those are the rules that these people play by. Truth has to be out there somewhere. Well, let's consider this. Never heard this one before. Makes perfect sense because we all know that Mengele was doing what he was doing in the death camps, don't we? Well, doesn't this make sense? And then we know about Paperclip, and then that's what this is. Wait a minute. An unnamed former engineer at defense contractor EG&G said the craft wasn't alien at all. It was a Soviet aircraft piloted by children who were surgically altered to resemble aliens. Stalin's plan was to crash it inside the U.S. as a form of psychological warfare. He wanted to spark widespread panic similar to the 1938 War of the Worlds radio drama. All of these things took place. So this makes absolute perfect sense. And I guess laugh at us for believing it. Okay? They did do War of the Worlds. Right? Worse, Mengele was allegedly recruited by the Soviets to help genetically or surgically modify the pilots. I know it's a lot, I know. And no, I didn't make all that up. According to the theory, the Roswell crash was a grotesque human experiment, a geopolitical psyop intended to destabilize America by making us believe we've been visited by extraterrestrials. Where does all of this go? That we've been visited by extraterrestrials. There's a theme to that. They didn't just make that up. That came from somewhere. Where did it come from? It comes from the absolute truth that the angels go to and fro in the chariots of Israel. So that what? So you're making up something that doesn't exist off the top of your head that is exactly the scenario of the absolute truth. Sorry, buddy, the jig is up. Why did the Soviets do that? Because they're all in on it together, that they have to try to fool, right? Where's that strong delusion? Okay, they have to try to fool the people into believing that the second coming, right, is under their control some kind of way. Anyway, that's what this is. Okay, and it's kind of weird that they went with the muscular version. Why is he muscular? Because that's what he wanted. Okay, because if you see the other one, it's identical to what they call the concentration camps. Okay, and you'll see that. And they gave me a strike on my original page for even trying to go there. So hopefully they don't, fair use, fair use. I didn't do anything, right? I didn't do anything but show you, right? This, okay? All right. So when you understand this is a smoking gun. Oh, you mean the angel of death created the aliens? Because they weren't around before this. This is where the gray aliens come from. They come from Nazi Germany. You understand? And oh, Joe, the angel of death. All right? So he is definitely one of Satan's angels, right? And came up with this whole scheme. So these are Satan's angels, right? It's little Edomites modified to look grotesque or whatever. And there you have it. So anyway, never trust your enemy. Understand that these psyops are coming, right? And stay grounded in the truth. Stay prayed up and all that, all right? With that, we pray that the elector edified your brother and few sisters. So lucky for going so long. Shalom.